When I think of a high quality upcoming gacha game, well, I think of one of these games in this video right here. The very video I will be linking to at the end of this video in the end card, which I urge you to go ahead and click. What I do not expect, however, is to take a game that people genuinely enjoyed, that had a combat system that people had fun in, with an aesthetic and specific style of animation that people really enjoyed, and turn it into this abomination. Because admittedly, that's what this is, and players, fans of Brown Dust 1 or Brave 9 are admittedly and warrantedly horrified. Before we jump into this video though, I do want to take a moment here to thank all of our incredible patrons over on Patreon. Your support is absolutely incredible, and I cannot thank you all enough for being a part of this journey. Also, if you have a moment, consider following me over on Twitch. I stream gacha games here every weekend. So it's Brave 9 with different camera angles, a smaller battlefield, but with exploration and maybe crafting, and worse animations. So they downgraded the base gameplay in favor of puzzles and exploration. Honestly, the combat looks awful to me. I probably won't even try the game. They turned the left to right fight direction to bottom to top and added full screen characters, cheap animations that take longer than fighting when using SP, and they called it a day. Honestly, a bit, very disappointed. The exploration part is very cool, but the battle gameplay is what turned me off completely. The gameplay is bad. Not gonna lie, the combat looks super trash. Not excited for this anymore. Worst combat style ever. It's a huge downgrade from Brown Dust. Now, I really haven't looked at much of this trailer yet. Admittedly, I briefly glazed over it because I wanted to make sure that it did actually feature full gameplay. I'm aware it does feature a portrait mode. I've seen maybe 30 seconds of it, but I'm going to give you guys the opportunity here to experience this for yourself in real time and see whether you are as horrified as everyone else is. I mean, I'm gonna be honest here, even the special animations for your abilities look kind of stiff and very uninspired. But the gameplay itself, I mean, like the world looks cool. Being able to explore like this and run around the world looks really good. The environments are actually gorgeous, really highly detailed. This kind of reminds me of like Golden Sun a little bit. Like very reminiscent of an old JRPG, which is great because JRPGs are my favorite kind of game. This is PvP, I guess. This just looks so good. So good. So good. 10 out of 10 game of the year. Oh, never mind. We're back. We're back down, touch back down in reality. This gameplay just looks horribly basic and incredibly bland. So there you have it. That is why people are as upset as they are. Now, admittedly, I did play a little bit of Brown Dust or Brave 9, and I mean, it wasn't like it was a unique game. It wasn't revolutionary or innovative, but it did have a certain charm to it that Brown Dust 2 just seems to be lacking. Just watching the stiffness of the character models when they're utilizing their special abilities, just looking at the combat overall and how you're this little stationary little character on a tiny little grid like that, nothing else there, nothing else really going on. When the original Brown Dust actually had you taking place in environments like this that actually had fully rendered backgrounds that allowed for you to place down your units horizontally, vertically, and your characters would move horizontally and engage the enemies. That is very evidently not the case anymore. Your characters, they just occupy a tiny little square and flippy flop back and forth. Honestly, that is very unintuitive, very unengaging gameplay, and I feel like that is a step backwards in a complete opposite wrong direction. I'm gonna assume here the fact that this only has 20 likes and almost 3,000 views already, that this is indicative of many players not actually being happy with what is being presented to them. Now, is this gonna kill the game before it launches? Hardly. Is this gonna kill the game or inhibit it? Probably won't kill it, will definitely inhibit it, but at the end of the day, this is still very likely going to appeal to a certain demographic of player. Not me personally, maybe you, I don't know. Either way, we have a lot of incredible looking upcoming gacha games that are slated to release this month and this year. I have a video on screen right now that is detailing every gacha that I think is going to be extraordinary this year, or alternatively, I have another video featuring a gacha game, one in specific that I think you ought to check out.